Hello everyone, on this video I want to discuss about what Aion 2 has to offer you for PvP. This video is not gonna talk specifically about like how pay to win affects PvP and how good the PvP is on the game, because that requires further gameplay, further exploration of meta, combat, and things developing. So far I can say definitely there's main aspects of pay to progress, and I would even borderline say definitely pay to win aspects in both the PvE for sure and PvP also for sure, because it gets affected by the PvE. But let's just talk about like what the game actually have to show you for PvP. What do you actually have on the game for PvP? In this game, the things that we have for PvP right now is the arena. We have the 1v1 arena, which is, always 1v1 in MMOs is kind of silly. Then we have this arena mode, which is a 4v4. It's a bit more like, it is squads versus squads. I think this one is way more interesting, but I also personally don't think like I play MMOs for small scale fights, but maybe the game is catered towards this. Regardless, this the two game modes that we have. By playing this, winning, you're gonna get ranks, which give you some rewards, and by every win that you get, you actually get some abyss coins. The other PvP that we have that is instanced is the battlefields, which is a 8 versus 8, aka 2 parties versus 2 parties. If you win on this, you actually get 1000 of the abyssal coins, so that's pretty nice. But if you lose, you don't get anything, so it can be kind of a waste of time. It is something closer like to a little bit more of a medium scale fight. It is pretty chaotic, but it's, type of game mode. This is the other structured game mode that we have. Other than this, then becomes pretty much right now very bland. There's no really guild content. The PvP is mostly just faction versus faction, right? The guild versus bad, the legion versus Asmo. So the way you can do this PvP is by going to the Abyss. The Abyss is a place that you get 7 hours to play weekly, and you can increase that using crystals 1 hour, or you get double that with premium, you go to 14 hours. In this area, it's a hub that teleports between two servers. In this case, it's the server of Baccarai, which is the Elyos server, the good server, and the Cromedius, which is the Asmodian server, which is the evil, right, faction. They're playing versus each other. I imagine, this is not confirmed, but I imagine this is gonna rotate between all the servers based on population, activity, maybe even gear score. I doubt they care about that though, but yeah, this should be rotating if I understood correctly. So this should always keep PvP fresh and always have like a chance of rebalancing the fights, right? So that's interesting. But the content here is mostly just an open field PvP. You're gonna be teleporting there, and you have quests that you can do there. You can kill mobs to grind points there, loot, right? But it's very open PvP. It's like just go there and you farm and fight. There really isn't a very specific objective other than these artifact things that pop up from time to time. And this one is a bigger event. It pops, and when it pops, people gotta go and hit and kill this ball sphere thing, and then if you can do it, you get some points, and you get this extra rift slash portal thing that you can get in, and you can get a lot of points killing mobs there, and no one can actually invade to kill you, so it's basically a safe zone for a few minutes. So it's very nice and very important to get. But that's basically the big combat content that you have in the game right now. Is just literally going during these artifacts and have like big kind of ZVZ Zergy fights. It's pretty messy in my opinion though. I don't love it so far. I have been watching most videos of it, because if you want to partake into it and have significant impact, you actually have to either have been grinding to very high tiers like of progression 2 to 2.2 thousand gear score, or at least have swiped and have like basic premium, base battle passes, or literally have bought your gear, right? So it's not very ideal for a free-to-play, but you definitely can partake into it if you know life did and was very efficient, for now at least, right? But regardless, this is the content that has to offer on Abyss, and the last content that we have for PvP is not something that is instant or something that is accessible. It's a portal called Rift. that pops every 4 hours. Inside these portals, you're going to be able to invade and be invaded. So for example, this is our side of the map, the good side, right? And we do everything here. But there's the evil side, the Asmodian side, that is this other side that has the other faction, and through those rifts you can invade this side of the map and be invaded, and on the other side of the map you can kill players, you can do their dungeons, you can do side quests there, and you're gonna be getting rewards. So this is one type of PvP as well that you can do. You can invade there with a party, maybe even your guild, and just cause chaos, right? Very chaotic, very fun. And vice versa, they can invade you and you can bring your guild or bring your party to defend and kill stragglers, right? So that's one of the other PvPs in the game. But right now, this is the PvP that the game has to offer as far as I'm aware. I tried to search and talk to other players that are more advanced in the game, but looks like there really isn't that much more into the game when it comes to PvP. I imagine the future, like already has been commented over, there's going to be Siege, which is castle fights and things like that. But as for now, the game is very crude on the PvP aspects of the game. I want to comment a little bit about the progression on the PvP. So for the PvP, you have this abyssal points that you can get for a bunch of things. You get that by doing content that has PvP, by killing mobs in Abyss, by doing deliveries, by doing a bunch of things, quests on the Abyss. You basically can get a lot of those points just playing the game naturally. If you're taking any part in PvP, even if you're not taking part in PvP, you're going to be slowly getting those. And with those, you can unlock progression in your character. And also the most important thing, you can unlock PvP gear. So this gear here, for example, that you're seeing right now, it's a gear that's gonna give PvP damage boost. So if you wanna focus on the PvP, you're gonna need to start making this set focus on the PvP gear. That means you're gonna have to be grinding those abyssal points, and with those abyssal points, you're gonna have to be buying this gear, probably multiple of those, to get the correct sub status and things like that. And then there's the advanced part of it, which is basically just more upgrades of it. So this is more expensive, you can get it, it's better, right? Here as well, it's gonna be until you can get to the orange gear, which is gonna be like mega end game stuff, right? But it's how PvP is theorycraft like to work in this game. You're gonna be getting PvP gear, which is gonna give you PvP damage bonuses, which are gonna be able to slowly progress and get better PvP gear to get even more like bonuses, right? For example, this one here is gonna give you, it's gonna give you tons of status because it's orange gear, but it's also gonna give you the PvP boost, right? So you definitely want to get this instead of the normal orange one because you don't want to miss on the PvP damage boost. So it's interesting, but the problem with me right now with this is that since your gear, PvE gear, takes into consideration status when you fight. So if someone is using like a gear PV of 2000, 2,500 gear score, and you're using like freshy 1.4, 1000, 1.2, 1.8 even gear score, you're gonna get stomped 99% of the times, and that stomp will lead him for him to kill you, and he's gonna get points, and that person is gonna get more points, right? And with more points, he's gonna buy proper PvP gear in front of you, ahead of you. So he's gonna have like PvP gear before you, because he had better PvE gear that he probably swipe for, he can swipe for. And that's gonna lead to a snowball where the person they are gonna be chasing is always gonna be stronger than you in power and in gear, which is my problem with the PvP right now. I think the system really benefits the first one to get ahead, and really benefits the first one to spend to get ahead. Usually I don't have a problem in spending in games to get ahead, to get stronger, because you usually can catch up and be fine in time. But on this game, since kills, actual kills, and like combat versus other players affect how fast you're gonna progress, it's kind of rough, because the person that is ahead of you is gonna keep farming and keep getting ahead of you because they are farming you, and you're gonna have to figure out how to progress by fighting other players similar to your status. So it's a very pyramid scheme kind of thing. Like the one that is on top is gonna keep sucking up and keep growing, and the ones that are at the bottom are gonna start fighting each other and struggling to get any resources. And by the point that you get to that guy, for example, you finish your gear here, he's probably gonna be on the other side, or he's gonna be even further beyond, and you catching up to that gear is gonna be rough. But of course, that's just how I feel looking the numbers, looking like the system. Maybe missing something in the big picture. Maybe there's like a limit or like a rank system or like the seasonal thing have a play to this and I'm missing something. But as of right now, like the gear system to me is very bad. Like the progression idea behind starting as PvE, being able to push forward more because you're paying as a PvE player, right? Like you pay for things, you increase your PvE score, therefore you have higher score to do more things, to unlock more things to do, which will give you more resources, and then you're gonna be with higher status, higher gear score, and when you bring that to the PvP, you're gonna of course be stomping everyone because you're gonna be in front of everyone. And by doing that, you're going to be farming your PvP gear ahead of everyone. And then by the point that you get there, you're going to be with your PvP gear ahead of everyone. So it just becomes another stomp, even if you consider that PvP is free to play, according to what a lot of people have said. The start of the free to play grind for the PvP is not really free to play, it's not really a fair ground. The person that did expand, the person that did, boost their status up is gonna have advantage in front of everyone else. So that's why I don't consider this exactly even pay to forward. I consider that straight up pay to win, because how do you catch up? That's my question for you. Like, it's not like a system that you can just farm on PvE to catch up, because now he's gonna be in front of you in PvP. So it doesn't matter if you just catch up on PvE, you have to catch up on PvP as well. So do you see the problem that I'm trying to comment? I don't know if there's an easy solution for that, because this does reward you for doing PvP, does reward you for killing players. So it is a system that makes sense. But if you think about the base system behind it, which is just the original PvE gear, on top of like getting ahead on the PvP gear due to this, makes the system kinda bad in my vision, of course. But that's just my opinion. I just wanted to cover like what the PvP of the game has to offer. And personally, I, as a free to play so far, have felt that it's not worth my time and investment to try to chase behind this gear and don't just get frustrated because I'm gonna be behind and I'm gonna be dying and I'm gonna be struggling compared to what other people that just spend money and are ahead of me. So that's just my feelings. Thank you for watching. See ya.